welcome back to Viv's Films. I'm Viv Micic, and today I'll be having a quick discussion about why I'm not a triple threat and how that's impacted me. So let's get started. Alright, so I do have experience in the three disciplines which is typically considered a triple threat. So that is dancing, singing, and acting. So I'll start with acting. So I've got 7 years of training, but unfortunately I don't have equivalent experience. I've got very little experience, limited to 2 school productions in high school, 2 school productions in primary school. That involved acting, those two. And I did a music video, but I guess we're never going to see that one because I filmed it over a year ago and unfortunately it has not been uploaded yet. So yeah, I mean, if we ever do see it, I will be very surprised. As for singing, I've done approximately 4 years of training. That's what I've written down here on this sheet of note paper that I'm looking at, but I have a feeling that it might be more. That's because I studied it for 3 years at primary school, but then I can't remember exactly when I picked it up again after primary school because I changed teachers quite a few times. And that was just because, so with the first 2 after high school, I wasn't getting the vocal training that I really needed. So yeah, I don't really have much interest in singing. I mean, I can do it, but and sometimes it makes me happy, but the thought of just, practicing singing every day, I'm sorry, the only thing I've got the patience to do every day, apart from waking up, is is practicing my Duolingo, and keeping up my streak, which, by the way, I'm on a streak which has gone on for over 160 days, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I've also got very little singing experience. So for example, when I was in school musicals, I'd always be in the background singing rather than the leading vocals. And then when I did do a performance with one of my singing schools where I was actually, front and center, it was I performed one song once. So I don't really have that much singing experience, so nobody really knows me as a singer. So, yeah. And then as for dancing, I've got less than 1 year of training, which happened back in 2008 because I got super bored. I didn't even end up doing a concert. I remember, I think we were practicing for the concert, and then I'm just like, Mum, I don't want to do this anymore. And so I quit. So yeah, and I also, the other thing I don't have is an understanding of dancing. Okay, I can watch someone move around on a stage and do all these weird things, but I can't actually understand what the message is that they're trying to convey. I can get the gist of it, but I can't get the details. So, I don't really know how to explain this without actually, without actually putting it in a movie scene, just hoping that everyone's seen this before. Hoping that people actually understand it better than I do. So, yeah. Dancing just isn't really for me. And neither is the sliding, because I look really pale. And by the way, you can thank the sun for that, because, yeah, I'm outside. So, now what has, not being a triple threat cost me? Well, it's cost me some opportunities in musical theatre. Every time I've gone for a musical theatre audition, I have never progressed further than a callback audition, and that's because I'm not skilled enough in dancing. Usually that's the one that lets me down, so I'm like, oh, damn. Or even in school musicals at primary school and high school, I wasn't allowed to be in I was in the ensemble, but there was an upper level of the ensemble where the more advanced dancers would be. But, even though I could do it, I remember actually for my first musical at high school, I actually used to watch what was happening on the stage on the TV screen and actually copy along, to the choreography like it was just dance, because I really wanted to be doing it. But I wasn't skilled enough, so, you'd see, even if I did ask to be put in that, you'd see one person watching everyone else because I still didn't get it. So, yeah, I missed out on that. And so going forward, I will, because I'm not a triple threat, I will try to focus myself more towards acting-based things rather than musicals, because there's not really much you can do with me if I can't dance well in that respect. So finally, I just want to touch on the notion of a jack of all trades but a master of none, because personally I feel like a lot of the triple threats that I've met, they're really good at really good at two of them, but they're not really good at all, if that makes sense, because because they can't because they can't develop equally in all of those aspects. So basically, you can try to master all of them, but you really can't. So there are some benefits to being better at one or two of these than being equally good in all three. So, like, for example, for me, because I've got that training in singing, I can actually take my vocal skills and perhaps learn some voice acting disciplines. And also with the acting, I can also take this and do maybe an improv show if I ever get the opportunity to do that. So, I've got some options there. So, yeah, don't count me out just yet because I'm not a triple threat. I've still got potential, and everybody who isn't a triple threat, they've still got potential. So, don't discount them. Don't discount us. And finally, I just want to touch on how I think I'm compensating for not being a triple threat. So, at the moment, I am teaching myself French, which is that 160 plus Duolingo streak. So at the moment, I am really just guessing here, but I'd probably say I'm low intermediate in terms of my understanding. But I haven't been tested, so with any formal tests, so I'm basically just guessing here. But I'm definitely starting to pick up the language. Unfortunately, I don't speak it well, so I sound really stupid when I speak, but I will probably pick that up. So with this language, if I become really good at it, then perhaps I can do some acting and singing in this language. So, there is an opportunity there. And I've also studied Italian at school, so, there's also possibilities for that. So yeah, don't count me out. And finally, I've just got another little note here, and I try to do a bit of an internet search for people who couldn't sing, so actors who couldn't sing. And, I couldn't find any record of the following people singing, so I guess you can say that they're not triple threats, but they are quite successful. So, the first person I didn't find any record of them singing was Linda Park, who played Hoshi Sato on Star Trek Enterprise. And by the way, she actually speaks a little bit of French, so hey, us French learners, yeah, we're really cool. I also noticed that I couldn't find anything about Garrett Wang, who played Harry Kim on Star Trek Voyager, so I was actually quite surprised, but yeah, so maybe he's not a triple threat. Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones in Jessica Jones. Kurt Russell, who was in the Stargate movie, and I think it's Big Trouble in Little China. If I don't know if I got the big and little in the right place, but yeah, you would have seen him in a few movies. Nick Robinson, who plays Simon in Love, Simon, and Bonnie Wright from Harry Potter. So again, maybe they can sing, but I just haven't seen anything of them singing, so I'm presuming that they're not triple threats. But yeah, maybe they can, maybe they're shy. But yeah, I don't know. And also, the internet decided to provide me with a very surprising result when I asked it about one of the actors from Stargate Atlantis. Okay, that came as a shock when I saw that. I messaged my friend and she's like, yep, Google does not sugarcoat things. So yeah, not everyone is a good singer. But yeah, I'd like to just wrap up and say a big thank you for watching. And also, if you have found that you've lost or missed some opportunities because you're not a triple threat, please drop them in the comments below. So thank you all for watching. Bye!